Hello again. We're going to continue looking at Elliana's development and some videos of her as a toddler. We're going to look at 19 months to 24 months and look at some good videos. We have a few more videos that I have here that are going to show a bit of a few more signs of autism. As we said in our last video, she was hitting most of her milestones, but she was not. The delayed speech was her biggest issue, and we know, just because a child has delayed speech does not mean that they have autism. So at this point, as parents, we weren't really too concerned. We just were still looking at, she's got delayed speech, which as a child I had delayed speech too. So let's start looking at some of these videos here. In this video, Elliana is showing her interest in books, which is really good, and to this day, Elliana loves reading books. That was a good sign from the beginning. She really liked books, but as you can see too in the video, her speech, she still isn't really saying much, and she's a year and a half old at this point. She was very active, and you can tell, she does acting quite typical of an 19-month-old. She was, you can tell too, she's also a cute baby. We did get good snow. She was able to play in the snow. Some sensory stuff will also start to show up a little bit towards the end of this video. Some videos and pictures I got. Here, Elliana is a good video of her and showing her. She's always laughing. Was willing to laugh and have a good time. Another thing to point out at this age, eye contact was not the best for Elliana. She would respond to her name, but that direct eye contact that you expect out of a typical kid was not there. And at the time, though, we probably didn't notice it. And this is looking back, I can see us as parents not really being proactive on this end. She is watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which all kids tend to love, but she was very into Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And in this video here, she is again her watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. She's laughing and enjoying it. And as parents, you think, well, she just likes it and she's enjoying it. But she liked it a lot, and looking back, which I don't know, this probably wouldn't make a difference either or, but we probably should have regulated it a little bit more. And as Elliana's gotten older, once we realized she was kind of stimming and really almost obsessive about Mickey Mouse, we started controlling it a little bit more. As you can tell, she still at 21, 22 months, she's not forming much words at all. She is pretty active, playing and all that kind of stuff, but still no words, a lot of babbling around. I wouldn't say she was really attached to her blankie, but she definitely, enjoyed her blankie. And I mean, again, she's very cute. As you can see too here in this video, I attempt to try to talk to her, and it's almost as if she doesn't really hear. Okay. Another thing I did not mention in the, I don't think I mentioned at all, is Elliana did have tubes put in her ears when she was 1. She had a lot of ear infections, and we kind of thought, that delayed speech as well. So that, as parents, we kind of, had those kind of thoughts. She's delayed in speech, but she had a hearing, she had a lot of ear infections. I was delayed in speech, so we kind of chalked a lot of things up to, hey, this is, it's just speech is all we're missing here. But again, she was hitting a lot of motor milestones and those kind of things. And it's hard with your first child. You don't know really what you're doing, and you're just kind of playing it by ear, and that goes with a lot. By the time number 3 gets here, you kind of got a little bit more of a base on what to expect and those sorts of things. Also, at this point, Elliana was about to get a big surprise. In our next video, towards the end of the next video, Elliana is going to probably get one of the best things that happened to her as far as her development and her social interaction. his old little brother's coming. Now this video here, this is a very good video that I found of Elliana in this, like 23 months. And to the at first thought, you're gonna think, man, what's so interesting about this video? What's so different? But what she's doing here is she's lining up all her toys. And it's not in a straight line as it will get when she gets a little older. But she's got a big old line, and all she's doing is getting things and lining them all up. And as for me, I was like, well, that's just how she's playing with them. She's just putting them in their places where she wants them. But as she gets older, you will see, or we saw how this was a big sign. These videos here, the next few, are all these kind of proud parent moments, I guess. Elliana loved to stack up the blocks, and she got really good at it. She was very focused on it and would try and try again. But too, we got a glimpse of not necessarily tantrums or fits, but when they would fall down, she would kind of get upset. But she eventually got to where as soon as they fell down, she would start right back over, and she would kind of brush it off. But we really began to notice behavioral issues when we got Elliana a tablet for Christmas. I think it was one of the Amazon Fires, and she could watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and those sorts of things on there. And she would really get into it, and then if we ever wanted to take it away, she would start to get upset about that. So the blocks falling is not really the biggest thing as far as tantrums or anything like that, but once she gets a little older and we started to try to regulate the tablet and not just let her sit there and watch it constantly, her behavior problems become a bit more increased. And it's one of the things that when we were first got her the tablet, all kids have tablets, and it was something that, just a typical thing you do. But Elliana and technology really does not mix too well. And as she gets older, we kind of discover this more. At 24 months, at 2 years old, she still was not saying no sentences at all. Her words, maybe 2-3 words at this point. Nothing, nothing. I mean, her speech was minimal, as minimal as it could be. She did laugh and kind of babble on and squeal and all that kind of stuff, but nothing to as far as speech goes. As parents, we were still kind of at the stage of we weren't at the point of looking into it. I guess the pediatrician hadn't really said it to an extent, but those talks were coming, and I guess us realizing we had to face those talks was probably more of the burden than anything. For the most part, Elliana was still, a really good baby, really good kid. She didn't really have a lot of problems. The biggest communication was the biggest thing. Having to communicate with the child with that little vocabulary and speech, it was difficult as a parent and other people as well.
Oh, she's got him up there.
But here she is with her tower, and here in this, she'll actually get the tower taller than her, which was, I guess maybe her goal. I don't know. But anyway, she was a very cute baby, and here you can see some sensory stuff that was coming on as the sand at the beach. This was the first time she'd been to the beach, and she enjoyed it. The next time we go to the beach, she will not like that sand. So to wrap this up, in the next video, this video is a pretty good precursor. It shows a little bit, but the next video, we're really going to get into some of Elliana's signs, some bigger signs of autism, and not only that, some of her academic strengths start to show up, and then towards the end, at about she's about 2.5, old little brother shows up, and that was probably one of the best things for Elliana, and especially Elliana in her social interaction with others. Old little brother, he shows up. with all that being said, that will stop right there, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.